Alright guys, and welcome to another beer review. Today, and I can't believe I'm actually saying this after recording like nearly 550 beer reviews. This is the first time I've drank anything from Goose Island. Now, these are one of those breweries that now they're so widely available here in the UK, they're always that sort of brew where when you're a reviewer, you're like, I can get that beer any time. So you always pass it on the shelves and that sort of thing. But I thought it was about time that I started getting through some of the Goose Island stuff that's available in most off-licenses and supermarkets. And of course, you could have started off with the IPA. It's like probably the go-to style when you check out a new brewery, I suppose. But I thought I'd do something a little bit different and look at one of their other offerings. So today we are looking at the Honkers Ale, which I believe is a brown ale. I'm not too sure. But anyway, comes in a 12 fluid ounce bottle, 355 millilitres, clocking in at 4.3%. No, it's an English style bitter inspired by trips overseas. So Honkers Ale combines a fruity hop aroma with a rich malt middle. So I do like the artwork on this. It's got that sort of like, I don't know, it reminds me of like Parisian cafe artwork from like the 30s or 40s. It's got like a really nice vintage look to it with a slight contemporary twist with the typography there. And that is a cool looking crown, which I hope you can see that properly because it's a little bit dark the way they've got the lights up. But I'm still playing around with like what is going to be the best way to shoot these reviews. But even though it's not perfect, the lighting is significantly better than what it used to be. But anyway, let's talk about the beer. So I'm sure pretty much everyone here on BeerTube has reviewed this one who can get their hands on it. As is always the case, if any of my friends have reviewed it, their links are going to be included in the description box down below. So let's get this poured and see what we get. I'll do for now. So it's definitely a filtered beer. It's got a lovely sort of like copper, slight rustic look to it. Nice amber hues in there. Carbonation is nice and, well, it's not exactly gentle, but it's not exactly, you know, ferocious by any stretch. When I hold it up to the light, yeah, there's like maybe some slight chill haze in there. Maybe a very subtle sedimentation cloud. Beer poured with less than a finger's worth. It's just a lining now of a maybe slightly off-white head. So it certainly looks to style, maybe just a little bit darker and a little bit more hazier than you would expect, but it is an American craft twist on it. So let's give it a swirl and see what we get on the nose. Yeah, definitely got that sort of like sweet, sticky, malty character. Yeah, like treacle caramel almost. There's like a slight muskiness in there as well. Spicy, earthy hop character. Like a subtle, like blackberry almost. Yeah, it's got like this sort of like cakiness to it, with maybe like a jam in the middle of the two cakes. The more I'm smelling it now, the more that fruity hop character is coming out. But I'll tell you what, that's a lovely smelling beer. Yeah, it's got that musk. I like that muskiness about it. Best before date is 16th of May 2018, so I wouldn't imagine this is the freshest. But yeah, it's still packed full of flavour on that aroma. Yeah, it's got that sort of like British real ale character to it. Almost get like a slight strong ale presence with that sticky malty sweetness. Anyway, it smells good. Let's give it a taste. Cheers. Don't know why, but that tastes really Christmassy to me. Subtle hint of vanilla. It's cakey, caramel, treacle, that sort of thing, like sticky toffee pudding with a bit of custard almost. Then you get this like fermented fruit character, almost like mince pie filling, maybe. Yeah, berries like that have been boiled down in sugar and caramelized, so you've got like a syrupiness to it. Yeah, for an English style bitter, it's really quite decadent and dessert-like. Fucking slobbered everywhere. One thing I will say, body's a little bit thin, but it's still sticky somehow on the back end, on the palate. Yeah, it's thin and chewy at the same time, which I've never really experienced before. You do get that English classic traditional bitter aspect, but then you get the Americanized craft twist to it. But it doesn't stray too far from the style. But yeah, loads of berry character, loads of cakiness, very desserty. It really, really is. It's very surprising how dirty, how desserty and malty it actually was. It's just maybe a little bit too thin. That's really the only thing that I can take away from the beer itself. But yeah, it's part of like a 3 for $5 deal at one of my local off licenses. To give it a try, happy to pay that. Would I go out of my way to try it again? Probably not. I'd probably opt for other beers that are available. The English style bitter, it's not really my favourite style in general. But yeah, the thing that's stopping me from picking this up again is just that the body's a little bit too light for me. And it wouldn't be too bad because it's a drinkable session style beer by design, but it's got loads of complex, decadent flavours in there. And that body just works against those flavours. And it's such a shame because flavour-wise, it's a lovely, lovely beer. But I don't think I'd bend over backwards to pick up another bottle. Not that I have to, because it's in most supermarkets now. But yeah, it's a good American take on the style. It brings something new to the table, but it's got those familiar aspects. And yeah, it makes sense that this would be one of the beers widely available for the British audience. Let's see what happens when we put it all in. See if it changes. It's got a lovely creamy head to it now. Slightly off-white. Let's see if that helps with the body of the beer. It's a little bit more hoppy. Body's a little bit more bold when you've got a bit of that foam in there as well. So if you were to drink this, pour it in, then the last few drops, give it a little shake, pour it on top. Just adds a little bit more boldness to the body for me, which works for the beer. But yeah, in terms of a rating, even though to me a 7 out of 10 is like I'd instantly pick it up again, I would drink it again. If it was on tap, I'd be interested to give it a try. So I think it does warrant a 7 out of 10. And if you're getting into craft beer, and especially like American craft beer, and you come along this beer in one of those like 4 for £6, 3 for £5 offers in your local supermarket off license or wherever, give it a try, because it's one that I could see a lot of people really, really enjoying. And I think they've done a cracking job with this. It's just that body's just too light. Anyway, I think I've said that too many times now. So if you've tried this, as always, let me know your thoughts, opinions. If you've tried this compared to like because I'm not sure if it's brewed in America or they brew through someone else, or if they've got premises here in the UK. So it could be, you know, just an imported bottle. I'm not too sure about the setup because they have like Goose Island UK like social media outlets. I'm not too sure about the operation of them. And yeah, I know that they're, you know, one of the big boys now, but they still produce good beer. he says after only drinking one of them. Yeah, I'm interested to try the other ones like the Urban Wheat and their IPA. But I thought I'd do something a little bit different. Tried the, even though I thought it was a brown ale. Always read the label before you buy, I suppose. But I'm not disappointed. So yeah, if you've tried it, let me know your thoughts, opinions. Are you a fan of the brewery? I'd love to try some of the Bourbon County stuff that they do. Because that's the thing, and it's like, people will like complain, oh, they were took over, blah, 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 blah. But they're still the same people who queue up every year to get themselves a few bottles of the Bourbon County stuff. Hypocritical much? I don't know. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Like I said, if any of my friends or fellow beer reviewers have reviewed this one, links down below. Check out Goose Island. Check out my English style bitter playlist. Check out my American craft beer playlist. Put in wherever. And more importantly, I hope you'll join me next time for another beer review. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I shall hopefully see you later. Cheers.